What's going on, traders? How is everybody doing? I hope you're having a great weekend. Wanted to go over the S&P 500 for everybody. We'll review the price action from Friday, March 24th, but as it sits right now, it is Saturday, March 26th. So I hope everybody's having a great weekend. And markets on Friday ended higher, slow drift upwards. We ended higher 0.66%. Final print being 395.50. Oh no, 395.75, closing just above the weekly POC that we've been watching. Here it is 392.06. But this weekly candle, as we look at it, a bit. This is probably, I would have to say, one of the the least bullish candles that we could have formed on the week. At least it's green, but we are still below the weekly 9 and 20 and 50 here, just basically holding on to this trend line. We could move it a little bit if we were going to do this on the weekly. We would have it just a little bit better like that. But I had it on the daily, and we'll adjust it when we go back to the daily chart here. But we can make this. That's totally valid if we wanted to move it out on the weekly to make it look like that. But before we get into any more information, if you're enjoying the content, please give a thumbs up, subscribe if you would like. I'd also love to hear your guys' opinions. Are we going higher, lower? Leave them down below. Love to interact with the viewers. And lastly, of course, this video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. So, with that being said, let's dig a little bit deeper. We've got a couple of things to look at. Of course, we'll go over Friday's price action, but here, like I was saying, we're starting off on the daily. At least a bullish candle, but a weaker one, closing above VOPC. That's nice, but still below 920.50 weekly, respectively. So let's pop over. Actually, let's look at this on the daily trends really quickly. All right, not too much to report there. The only thing I will say is that it is nice to see that we are closing above that broader consolidation at 393.50. So I would say that is a little bit encouraging for the bulls. Let's go back to our other review here. Okay, here we go. Okay, on the daily, though, we are closing below the VOPC. So we're above the weekly POC at, it was at 392 and some change. But the daily VOPC, 396.82. So we closed below that. We are just above the 9 here on the daily at 394, pretty much even. And just slightly above the 20 at 395.40. So it'll be interesting to see if we come up and potentially tap this VOPC around this 396.82 area and then come back down. Very possible. I have not had a chance. I don't think that the schedule, let me just double check really quickly. I don't think the schedule has come out yet. No, I haven't seen the weekly schedule, but I don't know about what is going on as far as economic events is concerned. I probably should know that before I do this video, but I will post it to my Twitter at some point tomorrow when I have it. So make sure you guys follow me on there at _Shark Trader. So I certainly will be posting it, and then we'll have a little bit more information. We could still, and I was talking about this before, I believe in another video, we can make a loose case here for a little bit of an inverted head and shoulders if that's kind of your thing. I'm not really too interested in the formation until we break the neckline, but we can make that case here. Shoulder, head, so something we want to watch out for. probably kind of have to call the neckline the top of this consolidation at that 404.25. We did have a fake break above here on in the beginning of March, so we want to watch for that. But it's very possible that this time we break over and it comes back, does a BRB, and then we try to maybe reach out for that value area high and come up here around that 415.92 long shot kind of prediction. Let's actually just go back really quickly when I was talking about that 415.82. Let's just okay, no, see my that would be up here. I was gonna say my secondary long target is at 405.28, 404.28, somewhere in this zone. So we'll see if we get out, come back, retest, and come back out higher. We still have the Momo curling up nicely. While technically we are in a downtrend, as far as this is concerned, we can make a bit of a trend here, and I believe it's on the other chart. But we certainly have got this situation going on right now. So a bit of a divergence there, worth pointing out. There we go. Sometimes OBS makes my cursor freeze. Yeah, there's a downtrend. One thing I wanted to mention, I posted this on my Twitter, and I don't have the graphic here on my computer, though I should. The put call ratio is very, very bearish right now. Our put call ratio currently is 1.46, so very heavy to the short side. Usually that put call ratio is a bit of a contrarian indicator, which I do like. When everybody's short, it's usually the time you want to go long, and vice versa. Public is usually wrong. So it is something I like to keep an eye on. And let me see if I remember the symbol on here that we could take a look at it. PCPB, it's something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head. Sometimes it gives me a PCB. Alright, I'm not gonna waste my time trying to find it, but that's what the ratio is. I looked at it and I posted it to my Twitter. So, needless to say, highly favoring, as far as a contrarian look, is still favoring the long. Too many people are positioned short right now, so I think that's kind of interesting. Definitely worth noting. So yeah, pretty much that's all I wanted to go over on the daily, the head and shoulders. We went over those levels. That's good and fine. Let's get into the price action we saw Friday. Cool. Pretty straightforward. I was posting on this on Twitter. I really wish I sized in a bit heavier, because it was pretty straightforward. Just a slow melt up to the to the upside. Easy, really easy. 390. We've talked about that being a big level. We came in here pre-market low. First low dip lower at 945. Higher low from pre-market. Again, dipping into that 390. This whole area was demand. Another higher low. So low, higher low, higher low. Third one, I believe, I don't remember now. I'm totally unprepared for this. I'm going to have to look back. Either way, we did nail some calls and some futures long somewhere in this area. It might have been during the break. I'd have to go back and look. But the 390 key level for me, so it makes me think that it was of course, I didn't probably catch exactly under, but somewhere in this area, probably got the longs. And this descending wedge right into demand. Very nice. This was a bit choppy, annoying to kind of work through here. I didn't do much, but I believe, when I saw the 390 retest again, I had to pull the trigger. And then we were off to the races. From there, we broke above, came right into the 394, 394.20. You've heard me talk about it before. came in, touched, back down. Now this area we had here some supply build up. You can see we tried to break over, couldn't break over, fake break, came back down, sold. But once we finally got over, you can see here we ran some stops, pushed up. Okay, and then we came back, retested it. So, this was supply before. Now we had the liquidity flip over, supply became demand, just came back in, reset, tested those orders. Now there are buyers sitting there, and right into the 20. And boom, another perfect entry if you wanted it right here on this retest. Pretty easy. Then just waited here. I didn't draw the downtrend, but basically another descending wedge flag type of situation here, breaking the downtrend. BOS again, did again, another higher low right at the 9. I mean, this was just a really easy trend day. If you use moving averages, this 45-degree angle is just always money. Boom, 20, buy. Boom, 20, buy. Boom, 20, buy. Boom, 20, buy. This one was a little bit trickier, but just basically came back in real close to test this past supply at this 394.20, and then had come back up, bounced up towards the end of the day. Very straightforward, very easy price action. Easy taps here on the 20 if you were to use that, but if you're just going by price action, still higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Easy, easy, easy. I had a big day on Thursday, so I sized down. It was Friday. I really hate ending, going into the weekend red, so I was just being a little bit more conservative. Of course, hindsight is 50-50, and I should have just played a little bit bigger. If anything, I could have been a little bit more aggressive, but what can you do? I'll take the gains and walk away, and that's nice. But yeah, not too much to be said here. Pretty easy, right up, straight line, very nice. Okay, so I'm going to obviously be speaking about next week from the point of view of that we don't have too many economic events that we need to worry about. But, of course, make sure you check out that Twitter for when I post the updated next week's calendar for economic events. I'll certainly mention if there's anything, that really sticks out. But, we've got FOMC behind us. We don't have CPI till next month. So we should be pretty much clear. Earnings also is pretty much over, so we're good as far as that's concerned. So let's see what we could look forward to for next week. Let's see where if there's any buyers or sellers that are sitting around. Where would we think we'd come into? So okay, now we're sitting here. What we could end up doing, coming back in, retesting 395 pivot, maybe a little bit lower, come back and test here. I think we probably, on the 30-minute, we're a bit overbought. Of course, I don't go over that just by itself, but let's see about the hourly. Yeah, hourly a bit getting a little spicy as well. But, we do have this sell side, these sellers here. So I'm going to be watching, it probably wouldn't be my first thing to go long right out of the gates. I would prefer a bit of a pullback first and then try to see if we could seek out this liquidity here. Very much a possibility. We could also actually just rip in the morning and come up higher, come into this, and then do a sharp reversal down. That's another scenario that would be, something that I could see happen. We run from 9, and then around 11 o'clock we start to get picked up in here, and then we sell off back down. So I'm going to be watching for either scenario. Ideally for me, I'd rather come down and then us bounce up and come to here, and then I'd look for a reversal. But it's very possible that we just come straight out, hot out the gates, right, and come try to get right into this and then see the reversal. Which is fine. If that happens, I'll probably be just sitting on my hands, and I probably won't try to catch the long. I'll probably wait for a potential short, because that, the risk to reward is a bit better. We'll have to see when Globex opens, and futures opens on Sunday, where we are. But I would prefer if we came down to sell up later during the day. If we go up right out the gates, I'll probably just sit on my hands. The risk to reward is like meh for me, so I'm not too interested in. Looking at the hourly here, well, we're still inside value, so that's good. Value area high up around 396.65, so it's only $1 away. That's not, a dollar and some change away, so that's not, don't have to, like I said, not the risk to reward to the upside, at least for now, is a bit, meh for me. Where's VOPC? 391, 68. So, I figure if we start to really break that 392, that 394.20, 394 area, I would probably be seeking out for like that VWAP area around 393, and then maybe that VOPC here on the hourly. That would make sense. 391.60. That is very much a possibility. Let's see where this is around VWAP, and I don't know if we'll come down here, but that is also, if we break under VOPC, I'd probably be targeting back down in this range as well. So something to look out for. Let's just take a look at the 4 hours, see where we are. So a lot of sellers up in this whole zone here. This is kind of far for, as far as like a trading, like, you're not going to get in short right here at 397 or 398 and then ride puts, going against you all the way to 402. It's a bit much to take. But all in this zone, you can see all these sellers here. It's something I would consider. Shorting, maybe two tries. If I get stopped out on the futures for 2 or 3 points, I might try again. Not really a big deal for me. But where is value here? Value area high is up around 393.45, so that does put us in this zone. And where we are inside value here, and let's see the VOPC change, 394.13 here on the 4 hour. So we'll have to see. What I'm thinking. Also, if we do come up into this zone or into the zone, we'd sell back. Look for us to come back and test this liquidity. If the bears are really feeling spicy, we could come back here and test this area of liquidity. That's very possible. We really don't want to see 390 break, but we do have some nice cushion here to help support us. But really, I'm going to be looking for that 390 to potentially, that's going to be the big level for me that I want to see hold. But looks like there's really some nice buyers that have set up in this zone here. So definitely going to be interested. If we do start to sell off, I'll be looking for some potential dip buys, maybe in this area as well. But it's not really going to matter to me. I'm not really going to think about shorts too much until we really start to confirm under 394.20, 394. Once that breaks, I guess that's about here. Once that really breaks, and then we can start to look for that VWAP. Of course, VWAP will probably change, but we'll look for that zone. At least here on the 10-minute, oh no, that doesn't mean anything. But at least on the 10-minute, VOPC, about 395, or is it 395.60? Yeah, it's up here. Meh. So that's kind of what I'm thinking for tomorrow, or excuse me, Sunday. Okay, this is not going to load. This is going to take forever. All right, that's fine. Let's see about seeking up in these areas. I gave out the 2 scenarios. Let's watch for that 394.20 break for sure. And yeah, it's pretty much everything I had to go over. Check out the Twitter at _SharkTrader for I will be posting the economic calendar for next week up tomorrow. And yeah, that's it. I wish you guys a great rest of the weekend. Be safe. Enjoy your time with your loved ones and family, friends, and let's have a great week. All right, team. Take care. I hope you enjoyed. Have a good one.